Water. In the Holy Scripture, water is more than simply a physical substance. It is a certain concept, and that concept is connected in a special way with the idea of life. Nothing in the world is softer and more yielding than water, yet it wears down the hard and strong, and none can overcome it, though anyone can conquer it. That which is yielding conquers the strong, and the soft overcomes that which is hard. Water has memory. Experiments done in many countries around the world have shown that water receives and makes an imprint of any outside influence, remembering everything that occurs in the space that surrounds it. As it records information, water acquires new properties, yet its chemical composition remains unchanged. Any substance coming into contact with water leaves a trace in the water.
Water was actually recommended to me by Lupe, and as has been the situation ever since I've known her, I can always count on the great references for great art, great movies from Lupe. And so, loved Water, sent it to everybody, to Joshua, to Leanne, to Celene. Everybody loved it, and it did definitely change a lot of our perceptions of our relationship with water. Lupe, since you were the one that introduced the whole thing, I'd like to get your take on the documentary Water.
I guess what fascinated me is how different frequencies, might change the chemical composition of water. But I mean, I think it started even before this, because I think I've gotten on this interest in resonance. Even in YouTube, if you look up resonance, all of a sudden, like, certain vibrating frequencies create certain shapes and stuff, and that kind of really coincides with like how water molecules are being shaped too by these vibrations. Supposedly, like, when we meditate, we become more at peace because we're actually becoming more aligned with the same frequency of the earth. In this other movie called The Elegant Universe, you just find out that like string theory is all about like how different frequencies creates different strings, which create reality. So I'm sorry, I think that's what got me onto this, and why I really wanted you to check it out. Just like, wow, like what an effect certain frequencies can have on water. But not only that, like, because most of us are primarily made of that, like, what effect it has on us too.
And Bryan, you said you would watch it as well?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Lupe, I'd like to start off by thanking you for passing that around into the circle and the collective here. I just watched it this evening, and man, what an amazing documentary. I've been in music for a long time. I've also been a sound guy, so as far as the frequencies go, that was absolutely amazing. I really didn't know this, but one of the pieces, or what one of the professors was saying in there, was when people start to say prayer with a lot of love, a lot of emphasis of positive energy that is involved with that, it goes to a certain 8 hertz, which I did not know that. That was quite interesting. Like you were saying, when people meditate and get on a certain frequency, they do get in harmony with the earth itself. What I thought was amazing was playing the different pieces of music, Bach and Mozart, and then all of a sudden they played like hard rock to it and changed it completely. There are so many aspects of the movie that I was just totally amazed about, but at the same time totally understood. Well, a while back when I was finding myself, and Josh can attest to this, is started getting in a lot of Taoist poetry and philosophy. And one of the biggest things that always stuck with me was to be like water, because nothing can really contain it. And this movie actually kind of took on, I didn't know how deep the water really went until I saw this movie, but it was absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. It was great.
What I found the most interesting about it was that water has memory, and that water is receptive to energy, to sound waves, and to thought, because thoughts have weight. And really what it speaks to is that intention, and the intention that you put out there, be it generous, loving, kind, or greedy, selfish, and full of angst and hatred and fear, has a direct result on not only how you feel, but on how your body feels and how people around you feel, and it sends literal ripples out throughout the planet that affect every aspect of our lives. Really what it spoke to me of was that intention is everything. And what you intend to do, and the manner in which you do it, even the timbre and tone of your voice and the music that you surround yourself with, has a real direct physical effect on the structure of water, which makes up between 80 and 90% of our bodies and our brains. So literally, the thoughts that you have create the reality and the sense of wellness that you have. Water is so tied to life in every aspect. All life is dependent upon it on this planet. Where did it come from? It denies laws of physics repeatedly. As it gets colder, it expands instead of contracts, etc. And when everything else has basically the opposite effect. It defies gravity by going against atmospheres of pressure and climbing up trees, even 150-foot tall redwood and cedar trees. How does it do that without intention? I just think it's beautiful. Again, it's proof to me of the existence of God, is that water is tied to everything, and it is life. It is part of every religious ceremony or every religious order in the world. It speaks to the reasons behind why people offer blessings for food and for drink, because of the literal structural changes. Maybe they weren't aware of it, maybe they were aware of it in the past, but I think now that science is sort of confirming that, it brings up all new kinds of questions about the way in which we're living our lives.